going to discuss the program in order to find the largest number in a given size array of size 5 starting from 5100H external memory location. So now in order to find the largest number between the size of 5, that is 5 digits, okay, so we have to initialize the counter to 4. Why? Because it is a comparison which we will be doing, so we are considering 4, initializing the counter to 4 here. So an org00H, it is the first memory address which we are considering, has 0. Now we are moving the counter value 4 to R1. Then we are using the external memory location, that is DPTR, that in order to access this memory location, so that is 5100H. So now we are copying this 5100H to DPTR, and then we are moving the address of DPTR to the accumulator. After that we have to move the value of this A to B. After moving the value of A to B, we are incrementing the data pointer. After incrementing, we have to exchange here. What we are doing here is we have to compare the values of 2, and if they are larger, then we are going to retain that number, and then we will take the next number. So let us see how to do that. So we will move the value of DPTR to A, and then we will compare it. So in order to compare, the instruction is CJNE, that is compare the accumulator content and the register, that is A and B register count, and if they are not equal, then jump to this labeled value, that is next. So if they are not equal, let us consider the value of A and B are not equal, so they will jump to the next, so that is here. So once it jumps to this label, so here we have J and C, that is jump if no carry. So the point is, if A and B are not equal, then we need to check for this carry which will be generated. So carry will be 1 if A is less than B, and if A is greater than B, then the carry will be equal to 0. So now at that point, if the carry is equal to 0, that is jump if no carry, right? So then we will jump to L2. If we have a carry, then we are going to exchange the value of A and B, because here the value will be greater, right? So we are going to exchange the values here, A and B. That is, the value of B will be copied to A. Then if it is not, that if the carry is not generated, so then we are moving to this label, that is L2. So here we have DJNZ, that is again, so we are decrementing the counter value. Since we have initialized the counter here, we are supposed to decrement it. So in order to decrement, we are using the instruction DJNZ of R1. So we need to decrement this R1 register. So we are decrementing it. Finally, we have to jump if not equal. Since it is not equal to 0, the value is 3 now, right? So it is going to move to this labeled value, that is back. So we are moving to this label back. So now again, the value of A, whatever which was here, we exchange the greater value, that will be moved to B. Then again we are incrementing the data pointer, and afterwards we are going to copy the value of whatever it is there to the accumulator, and then we are comparing it again. So now here if it is not equal, again then we are going to move to this next label, and the same instruction keep on executing. If in case, right, if it is equal to 0, then it comes to here the next line, that is DJNZ. So here again the pointer, that is the counter, will be decremented. So R1 again it will be decremented, so 3, 2, 1 and so on. And then again, if it is not equal to 0, it will move to this back, and finally this particular instruction keep on executing until our instruction will be equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, then it again comes to here short jump. So short jump to the last, so it will jump to this label last. So last is here, you can see. So here what will happen is the memory location 8100, because we need to compare and store that largest value in the register 8100H. So that is why we are taking here 8100, but you can take any memory address here so that we can store the value. So we are moving this 8100 to DPTR, and the largest value will be stored in our accumulator. So that is why that accumulator value, the final value, will be moved to the address of DPTR, that is nothing but 8100H. And finally we will get the value of the largest number in this address location 8100H. So now let us see the execution of this program. Now we are going to debug this. First we are going to build it, and since it is no error, we are going to start and stop this debug. So now you can see the memory location here, and we need to take 5100H here. In the memory 1, I need to consider 5100H here. So you can see this address location, and now I have to copy some values here. Let us take some values. Okay, now you can see I have taken different values 23, 45, 60 and 5, and similarly I have to take another memory location in order to store my data. So that is 8100H. You can see there is no data which is stored here, and let us run the program now. You can see the value 60 which is stored here. That is the greatest value. Here is the largest number, it is 60. So which is stored in this memory location 8100H. So I hope you understood the program. Thank you.